Change with this. Hey. Um. Okay, so I got a few more people. Okay. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Jackie. Hey, Jennifer. All right. So since I have a few people in here, I will go in here and get started. So today I wanted to briefly just come on and encourage you as well, people that are learning or that desire to. Oh, you said I looked a little down. Hey, Monique. I'm tired. You see these eyes? Nehemiah is teething. I mean, seriously. So, and it's cold in here, so I'm just like, anyway, so, I wanted to, a part of effective communication is, learning, um, to hear, preacher girl, learning to hear, what's not being said. So I don't know if you all know, but I do, a mommy chat with my partner, Jessica Bird of Chic Mom organization, and we partner together and we do prayer for moms on Tuesday nights, 9:15 every Tuesday. And so this week's topic, I'll be discussing how to hear what isn't being said. Hey, Mahogany. So I will be discussing like how to hear what's not being said. And I was reminded of this over the weekend when my daughter, she had, she we were playing with, actually it was with Mahogany that's on the line. She was talking to her via FaceTime because they were like, oh, we miss Miss Mo, we miss Miss Mo. So they talked to her for about a good 5-10 minutes. She showed them around. She was in New York, so she was showing them around. And when so I was like, okay, well, I know she has to go soon, so I'm gonna let her see the baby. So I took her to see the baby, and my daughter automatically got upset, and she's very sensitive like me. So I was like, oh gosh, like, oh. And so I'm like, okay, well, what's wrong? And she's like, well, you guys always play with Nehemiah and you never play with us. And I'm like, we do play with you. We just were playing the charades. We were just doing the mannequin challenge. Like, what else do you want to do? And so she just still saying, like, you still don't play with us. So later on, as I listened to her, I heard what she wasn't saying. She was saying that we don't play with her as joyfully. Hey, Harvey, my cousin. Hi. She was saying that we don't play with her as happily, I guess that would be the proper term. We don't play with her as happily as we do with the baby. You see the baby, you're like, hi, baby. Hey, mama's baby. What's up? Like tickle, tickle, tickle. Hey, Crystal, tickle, tickle, tickle to the baby. And then when you play with the kids, it's like, okay, all right, cool. All right, guys, get the game. Let's play this. Let's do that. Let's do this. And you're very, organized, structured. It's just kind of like, okay. But as a 6-year-old, she can't tell me that. And she's pretty articulate, so she can explain a lot of what she's saying, but she wasn't able to articulate that to me. But she was sad, not because we don't play games with her, because we play with them every night, like we do something every night before bedtime. And but she was saying that, like, I want you guys to be as happy with us as you are with the baby. I want you guys to, throw paper at us and play, and play games. I want you guys to, you and daddy to, push us a little bit and play around like we would do with the baby. We play peekaboo, we play all these things, and we are really excited to be with the baby. And that is what she was trying to say. So had I just been like, oh gosh, whatever, I wouldn't have really been able to hear what she was really saying. She's just like, I want to feel as important I want to feel just as important as the baby, even though we tell her our actions were speaking differently. Yes, it is difficult. And so I was just like, okay, so now I've been walking around the house, like giving them the eye, like, just doing crazy faces. So they cracking up, I'm like, washing dishes, throwing a little water on them. And it was just those little things that made them, like, their faces brighten up, like, oh my gosh. So, and an only child, so you're learning about siblings. Yeah, Nita, Yes. And so, but I think it's important, in any relationship to listen to what's not being said. If I say, for example, my husband, I might say, he say, I want to go hang out. I want to, go to the movies, with my cousin. Okay, cool. Go ahead to the movies, but I'm not really feeling good. But I'm like, you know what? He's had a hard day, a hard week at work. I'm going to go ahead and say, you can go, it's fine. But what I'm really saying, even though I shouldn't say that because should say I'm not feeling good, but sometimes you feel bad and you're like, okay, well, I want you to go. So you may make a comment like, oh, it's fine, you just go ahead. But what you're really saying is that I'm really tired or I'm really not feeling good. I don't really want you to go, but I want you to enjoy yourself. So, and if effective communicating, obviously me as a spouse should be able to effectively say that. But if I can't, the listening ear, the person who I'm communicating with, got to be more intentional. That's my thing. Yeah. I need to start taking her on dates. So, it could be, both ways. Well, the person that's speaking needs to try to really communicate what they feel instead of holding it in. And then the person listening needs to be able to hear and see, with body language, if possible, what's not being said, because there's a lot in nonverbal communication. I don't know the statistics, but, it's really high. Like verbal communication is, nonverbal communication is more, I don't know how to say it. Is it more communication? So, oh, okay, no, I do. The nonverbal speaks more than the verbal. So you have to, really listen and seek to hear what the person is saying, not the words, but what they mean. What is the reason? What prompted the discussion? So that was it. I know that, I just said I want to come on here. Oh yeah, it can't be. It's really important with communication because they hear things and they take them one way and that could be completely different than what you meant it. And once it leaves your mouth, you may very well mean it to be in a very nice way, but it could come across very differently, and it really doesn't even matter how you said it, it's how the person received it. And if you're trying to get a message across effectively, it doesn't matter how you said it if they took it the wrong way. So figure out how to adjust or to get the message through properly, instead of, I guess, most time people are like, well, I didn't say it like that, or I didn't mean it like that, but it doesn't matter because they didn't get the message. So like if I would have said, we do play with you and just moved on, I wouldn't have been able to hear what my daughter was saying. It was like, hey, I want you guys to be happy when you're playing with us. Like, so if communication is 7% verbal, nonverbal is 93%. Thanks, Nita. That is that, and that's true because how you're looking, especially if you're able to see somebody face to face. But it's so your body language says so much more than what you could possibly say with your words. And this is a prime example. I mean, I try to keep my face straight. Lord knows I do, but I am not good at it at all. And I was in a job interview. I would never forget this. As I was in a job interview and I was finishing my master's. It was December of 2000. I'm sorry, it was November of 2008. I'm finishing my master's, so I'm going to interview. And the interviewer is like, okay, what's up, D? Hey, okay, any other questions for me? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I just will, the job posting didn't list any salary ranges. So I just wanted to see if you all had a range, just for I can kind of know. And so I can't remember what she said, but it was so low. And I was just like, okay. And the lady burst into laughter. And I was like, I'm not really sure why she's laughing. So she was like, I take it that that's lower than what you expected. And I was like, well, yes, that is probably about $20,000 less than what I was expecting, but and so she was like, yeah, I could definitely tell on your face. And I tried my best not to move. Like I was like, but it didn't matter because my facial expression was, I mean, it was natural. I could not hide it. I couldn't hide it. So and that, like Nita said, the 93% verbal is, nonverbal, because, there's some things that you can't hide when you try to say, there's a lot of stuff that you can't hide, even though you try to, you definitely can't hide it. So that's it. Any moms, join us on Mommy Chat tomorrow, 9:15. I'll be probably saying some of the same things, and we just have more of an open forum. What's up, Ed? We'll have more of an open forum. We kind of discuss, the topic. We'll be talking about like intentional, like I guess hearing intentionally maybe, and then after that we will, just kind of have open discussion, and we end with prayer. So Wait, how do you hide your face better? Now, Jackie, I don't know. Now, I've been trying to figure that out, but I cannot. I can't. And I try my best. I try my best, but I cannot. I'm not good at it. Now, I think I've improved. Because sometimes I'll try to just like make a facial expression and I'll try to make a facial expression and then just keep it. So like, say if somebody's talking, I'll try to do something like, okay, So then if I keep my finger like this, if they say something, that's gonna make my facial expression change, it's still like this, like, instead of me being like, because I'll straight move my lips like, real quick. And, and it's almost natural because I don't even have to make the sound. Like, I'll just be like, so, but if you do something like this or, adjust yourself where you can kind of hide your face or do something, but in a, still an attentive way. Isn't touching your face a nonverbal cue? Yeah, it is, but I don't know what that says. I don't know that if I was talking to you and you were like this, okay, right. Got it. I wouldn't feel any type of way, but I think that it's better that you do this and risk it than have your face like, I think this is better. Yeah, great. That's way better than, I think it's better than that. So just try that, because I haven't mastered that at all. So I try to, like, when I'm having a serious conversation, I just try to grab my face, lean on something, kind of look around like, okay, like I'm thinking like, okay, all right, cool. Like I'm trying to process it. No, you shouldn't roll your eyes. That's not a really good, that sends a very negative, I guess, cue, Jackie. So you don't want to roll your eyes. You may want to blink them a little faster, like, or something like that, but you definitely don't want to roll them. Rolling wouldn't be good. So, yeah, this is something that is, no, I know, Jackie. And my joke was sarcasm too. Like, yeah, blink. Clearly that would be weird. Can you imagine? That would be so strange. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that, because a lot of people, struggle with communication and, issues in relationships, friendships, between, all across, all type of friendships, people struggle with properly communicating. Sometimes, most of the time, it's because people don't really know how they truly feel. Other times, it's just because people are just trying to think of, instead of you listening to what I'm saying and hearing that I'm hurt by what you said or whatever, I'm thinking about what I'm about to say next. Like, okay, I got my points. Oh, she want to bring that up. He want to bring that up. No problem. I'm going to my database. Like, okay, all right. I remember last December you want to bring up this, so instead of me hearing that, no, they were hurt or whatever, I'm coming up with extra, stuff to say, like a list, like, I'm gonna say A, B, C, D, E. Wait till they finish. Go ahead. Nothing, not even hearing, barely hearing what they saying. Just waiting for my turn to jump in. Like we in a, like you playing, what's it called? Double Dutch. You like, my turn, you kind of on the side, like, and you jump in, you like, oh. So yeah. Oh, Jackie, love you too. So that was all, guys. I just wanted to say that, communication is really difficult. If you are interested in learning more, I mean, I can probably do more videos and stuff like that, but I would say just like read articles, Google. I'm gonna put some on my website, IamFierceLove.com. I'm gonna put some of those up pretty soon, because it's really, communication ain't no joke. Like, if I swore, I would say a curse word, like, but that is it's no joke. And I've learned that just even with, and then how you think you come across, you don't, it's just so many different levels to learning how to effectively communicate. And if you don't do it intentionally, you won't learn, because it's not just something that comes with time. Communication is not one of those things. It's not, no, it's not like you learn to walk, it comes with time. No, you have to be intentional about learning how to effectively communicate. And so does whoever else you're talking to. But if they're not, hopefully your knowledge, will be able to, you'll be able to communicate as effectively as possible for them to be able to understand, even though they're not really good at maybe communicating, if that made sense. So, all right, y'all. Well, peace out. I got to go back to work. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.